You have been provided a transportable concentrator as part of your oxygen therapy. The transportable concentrator works by drawing in air and separating the oxygen from the other gases using a filter system. Oxygen is then delivered to your nasal cannula or face mask for you to breathe. The transportable concentrator is small and lightweight and is capable of delivering in both pulse dose mode and continuous flow. This kind of concentrator is ideal for travelling and getting out and about. The representative from your home oxygen service provider will have set up the concentrator as per your home oxygen prescription and will leave it ready for you to use. It is important that you do not alter the flow rate unless you have been instructed to do so by your healthcare professional. The main parts of the device that you need to be aware of are the telescopic handle, the power button, the control panel, the oxygen outlet, the power input, which connects either to AC or DC power supply, the air inlet filter, and the exhaust vent. The power button turns the system on or off. There is an on-off indicator. The green indicator light is illuminated when the device is powered on. The delivery mode button allows you to switch between continuous flow and pulse dose mode. There is a pulse dose indicator light. This illuminates green once a pulse of oxygen is being delivered with every breath. When the yellow alert indicator light is illuminated, it indicates a low priority awareness condition or caution. You should continue to use your device and refer to the troubleshooting guide provided by your home oxygen service provider. A flashing yellow light indicates a medium priority where a prompt response is necessary. When the red alarm indicator light is illuminated, this indicates a high priority alarm requiring an immediate response. This is typically due to low oxygen levels. The plus and minus buttons increase or decrease the flow rates. Upon installation, the home oxygen provider will set the flow rate for your prescription in either continuous flow or pulse dose mode. There is a battery status gauge. This shows if the device is plugged in and is using either AC or DC power. To use your concentrator, place the device in a suitable location. Ensure that the air filter is installed in the cavity just below the handle at the rear of the device. Select the power source. If using AC power supply, then plug the cord into the device and wall outlet. If using DC power supply, plug the cord into the device, start the car before inserting into the DC power port. Connect your oxygen tubing to the outlet port, then press and hold the power button to turn the device on. Attach your nasal cannula and breathe normally. You can select continuous flow, which will deliver a continuous flow of oxygen. You can also select pulse dose, which will deliver a pulse of oxygen with every breath. Only use the settings as prescribed by your healthcare professional. When you have finished using your device, press and hold the power button to turn it off. When not in use, store the device in a cool, dry location. Looking after your concentrator, the air intake filter must be removed and cleaned at least once a week. The air intake filter is located on the upper rear of the device and can be removed and cleaned with soap and water. Allow to dry thoroughly before reinstalling the filter. The power cartridge or battery must be calibrated once a month. This consists of fully discharging the battery to 0 and recharging fully from an empty state. You can still use the device while the battery is being calibrated. This process ensures the longest possible battery durations. The device should run for a minimum of 2 hours each month. All preventative maintenance is performed by your home oxygen provider, and unauthorised individuals should not attempt to open or service the device. I'm just going to recap some of the do's and don'ts. This list is not exhaustive, so it is important that you are familiar with the safety advice provided to you by your home oxygen provider. Make sure you do not adjust your prescribed flow rate unless you've been instructed to do so. Keep the concentrator upright. Make sure that the concentrator is at least 10 feet or 3 meters away from naked flames such as open fires, gas fires and cookers, and at least 5 feet or approximately 1.5 meters away from other heat sources or electrical appliances. Do not use oil or grease, and make sure that your hands are clean and dry before using the device. Do not cover the device with clothing or any other material. Do not operate the device while standing in water. Smoking around oxygen is extremely dangerous and may cause clothing, hair and skin to catch fire and burn more vigorously than in air. So therefore, you must never smoke or allow someone else to smoke whilst you are using your oxygen concentrator. This applies to smoking with traditional or e-cigarettes. I will now go over some problems that might occur with your concentrator, but if you have any concerns, then you should contact your home oxygen supplier for advice. If you have no power, it is possible that the battery is not installed properly, so install the battery or plug into an external power source. Or it could be that the battery is discharged or no external power is present, so plug into an external power supply. It could also be that the AC or DC power supply is not plugged in correctly, so you should check the plug at the outlet, power supply box, and if the device is itself to ensure it's properly plugged in. If you have no oxygen, the filter could be blocked, so clean the air intake filter. If using a humidifier, you should check the attachment and tubing. Make sure that the device is switched on. It could possibly be that the tubing or cannula that you are using is not connected properly, or it is kinked, so make sure that you check the connections. Or it could be that you have a faulty AC adapter, so therefore you will need to contact your home oxygen provider for a replacement. If the device is illuminating a yellow alert indicator, this could be low oxygen concentration. This could be caused by a restriction in the humidifier, if you are using one, or in the tubing. If so, repair or replace the tubing or humidifier. The filter could be restricted, so ensure that it is cleaned. Or it could be that you are exceeding the maximum breath rate in pulse mode. If this is the case, switch to continuous flow mode until your respiratory rate resumes to an acceptable rate. No oxygen is being delivered in pulse dose mode. There are a number of reasons why this problem could be occurring. The tubing could be too long. It should be no longer than 2.1 meters or about 7 feet. Humidifier is attached. If so, remove it. Unit is in continuous mode, so switch over to pulse dose using the control panel. If no inspiration is detected, then you should contact your local oxygen supplier. For any problems that you are concerned with, you should turn off your device and source an alternative supply of oxygen, which could either be a static concentrator or an oxygen cylinder.